Okay, 1, 2, 3. Vanakkam. Vanakkam. Namaste. Greetings to all. Welcome to the World Peace and Harmony PSSM Tamizh Europe meditation session. Today, Wednesday, 18th of January 2023, is our 592nd day of meditation. First, there will be a meditation for 15 minutes with Brahmrshi Patriji's beautiful music. Now, Arundhati Srikandaraja Master will conduct the meditation. Thank you very much.
Greetings to all. Thank you for attending this meditation session, Master. A regular practice of meditation makes us mindful of all our actions in a state of refined awareness. In this state, we are mindful of everything that we do, such as walking, standing, sitting, speaking, eating, working, being silent, driving, lying down, etc. This practice helps us produce better results in our daily life. We become more efficient and make least number of mistakes. Awareness makes us deal with a problem quickly, efficiently, and with minimum fuss. However, it is a fact that unless we are used to a regular formal practice of meditation, it is difficult to remain in constant awareness. The primary aim of meditation is to live a joyful and peaceful life. And for that, we need to cultivate a meditative state of mind, which is considered the highest attainable mental state. Meditation is the practice of moment-to-moment awareness. Now we will get into meditation. Take any comfortable posture, sit comfortably, interlock your hands and fingers into fingers and place it on your lap. Cross your feet and close your eyes gently and observe your normal, natural breath. Focus on your breath. Whenever thoughts comes, please come back to your normal, natural breathing. There will be a gentle background music to relax your mind. Relax the body, keep the body still. More relaxed in your physical body, you more go into deeper meditation. Thank you. Masters, please come back to your normal awareness. Remove your fingers and place it on your eyes for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes and clap your hands for the wonderful meditation we did today. We would like to thank all the masters to participate in this meditation. Thank you.
Thank you. Whenever meditation is done collectively together in many countries, the energy that all of us receive from the cosmos expands into our homes, neighborhoods, towns, country, and the whole world, creating feelings of peace, harmony, and well-being worldwide. We would like to thank all the participants who took the time to meditate with us today. We would also like to thank PSSM Tamizh Europe, PMC TV, which is part of PSSM Global. May the whole world be blessed with peace, harmony, prosperity, and well-being. Varga Vayyagam, Varga Vayyagam. Thank you. Now I will pass the platform to Ramya Master from Spiritual Tablets Organization, Qatar. Thank you.
Namaste, sir. Dear friends and masters, welcome all. First of all, humble pranams and deep gratitudes to Srikant sir and Arundhati ma'am for this wonderful opportunity. Today we have Dr. Santosh Vaish ma'am from USA. She is a homeopathic practitioner, naturopathic and yoga instructor. She did PhD in zoology, joined PSSM in May 2020. She has completed Spiritual Tablets Level 1 course and contributing her services in Spiritual Tablets Research Foundation as a spiritual counselor, conducting meditation sessions, monitoring the Ana-Nepal meditation group and its activities under the guidance of Dr. G.K. sir. Contributed for making 48 audios of Jivatma, Jagat Ke Niyam under the guidance of Dr. G.K. sir and PSSM Blessings audio group. A warm welcome to Dr. Santosh Vaish ma'am from USA, Chicago, to Meditation for World Peace and Harmony Forum, London. After Santosh Vaish ma'am's presentation, Meditation for World Peace and Harmony Forum, Kumar Swam Pillai Master from Sydney, Australia, translates ma'am's speech into Tamil language. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Welcome to this forum. Over to Santosh, ma'am. Ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Ramya, for the beautiful introduction. Atmavandan to all my dear friends and soulmates. First, I express my heartfelt regards to Brahmrshi Pita Maha Patriji, founder of Pyramid Spiritual Society Movement, and respected Dr. Gopala Krishna Ji, the founder of Spiritual Tablet Research Foundation. My name is Santosh Vaish, living in Chicago since 6 years. I am a homeopathic doctor, successfully practiced in India for about 20 years. I have been suffering from an autoimmune disorder known as microscopic polyangiitis, which is associated with chronic kidney disorder for last 28 years and on dialysis since 4 years. I lost my husband in August 2016. Then I came to Chicago and started living with my daughter and son-in-law. Frequently go to New York to visit my son and daughter-in-law. I have 3 grandkids. It's all about my lovely and supporting family. I was very sad, depressed, and lacked confidence when I came from India. I had pneumonia before coming to Chicago. My serum creatinine was 7.5 and hemoglobin was very low. I was very weak and dull. One of my friends, Sangeeta Agarwal in Delhi, told me about Brahmrshi Pita Maha Patriji and meditation sessions on Zoom. Immediately, I joined PSSM in 2020 May and started doing Ana-Pana-Sati Meditation on Zoom. I joined Dr. Monica Sahai on Kanpur Zoom, and I was blessed to have opportunity to visit Pita Maha Patriji virtually on Kanpur Zoom, and joined Karuna Moore on Calcutta Zoom, Dr. Dhiren Sareen on PMC Gujarat. I kept myself busy in doing meditation and watching spiritual videos of different pyramid masters on YouTube. So I was very excited and keen for getting intense knowledge of spirituality. In November 2020, I heard Odisha Pyramid Master Sarika Sarafji while doing Journey Towards True Path 2 workshop. I joined Blessing Team, where I came to know about Dr. Gopala Krishna ji and his spiritual tablets. I immediately virtually visited Dr. G.K. Sir on Acharya Sangat. I came to know about Spiritual Tablet Research Foundation. Dr. G.K. Sir has introduced more than 500 spiritual tablets. Those are not the chemical tablets like allopathic tablets are, but the wisdom or knowledge notes. I was very surprised and excited to know the healing system without the administration of medicines. A new hope started growing in my mind. Every time when I visited different doctors to get their advice, they only talked about medicines and dialysis. Dr. G.K. Sir is the only doctor when I talked about who is talked about healing and cure without medicines. So I was advised to do meditation for over 4 hours daily and 6 hours on new and full moon days. I started doing more and more intense meditation with full determination. I also followed advised spiritual tablets, basic 12 tablets, which are advisable for everyone. PPT, please.
Yes, ma'am.
It's my monthly report before starting meditation. In this report, the water retention in my body is 1.9 and 2.3. It's above at goal. It's also above goal, but it's 2.3 liters. That is too much. So, next slide, please. So I used 12 tablets, basic tablets, major and minor tablets, traffic signals with 10 energy support. These 12 tablets are Ana-Pana-Sati Meditation, Pyramid Meditation, Group Meditation, Full and New Moon Meditation, Vegetarianism, Optimal Diet and Silence, book reading, that is Swadhyay, Sajjan Sangatya, that is experience sharing, health science classes, regular counseling, tracking, and spiritual services. So I have been following all of the 12 tablets, and with these tablets, major, minor mistakes, and I started working on thought process or Vak Shakti, and 10 traffic signals in which I worked on: do not lose the opportunity, suffering is due to individual ignorance, like attracts like. Next slide. You create your own reality. Is very good experience with these tablets. There is nothing which is not possible. Made my confidence, and with these tablets, you create your own reality is my favorite tablet in daily life also. So now I completely understood there is nothing which is not possible. Then I joined a spiritual tablet level 1 course. It's a wonderful course, wisdom course, and I am grateful to all the teachers who are so loving and hardworking. I enjoyed the course. I started taking meditation sessions on Zoom for Nepal people, as Dr. G.K. sir advised me since 5th April 2021. I read number of books like autobiography of a yogi by Paramahansa Yoganand, many masters, many life by Brian Weiss, The Laws of a Spirit World by Khurshid Bhavnagari, The Placebo by Joe Dispenza, You Can Heal Your Life by Louis Hay, Tulsi Dal by Pita Maha Patriji, Untold Stories of Sita by Dena Mariam, and number of summaries on PSSM Swadhyay audios. Dr. G.K. sir told me for ashram dharma, but it is not possible in USA. So I placed a 2 by 2 pyramid on my bed and used pyramid cap, crystal pyramids with 10 energy supports. Please, next PPT. So these are my energy supports, which I've been using. Green indoor plants, soothing music, use of pyramid cap on my bed, use of vibrant colors. I wrote some positive affirmations on it, group meditation, sometimes posters of positive affirmation in a colorful background, usage of crystals, vegetarian zone totally, and positive atmosphere. They are all very helpful. I started improving under the guidance of Dr. G.K. sir. Several miraculous changes happened. So these are my energy supports. Thank you, Ramya. My confidence level came back. There is no sign of depression and insomnia. I started feeling active and energetic. I was vegetarian when I came to Chicago. My body weight was dropped tremendously. So advised to include fish and eggs in my diet by doctors. I became again vegetarian once I joined meditation. Initially, it was very hard for me to walk even a very short distance. After about 8-9 months of doing meditation, I was able to walk 2-3 miles easily. Now water retention in my body is started reducing after doing meditation. My actually my urine volume was about to stop. After doing meditation, it started increasing day by day. Now there is no water retention in my body. It has been normal since 10-11 months. So look here, in the May 2021, after doing meditation, 1 year, 0.7 at goal, and that is monthly, and weekends 0.9. And in this December 21, after 2 years, it's after December 2021 report. So 0.5 kg monthly and weekend 0. And its latest report 0.3 monthly and 0.3 weekends. So every month I get remarks, good job, and stars on my report. Thank you, Ramya. So my dialysis time was reduced to minimum time, that is 3 hours. My nephrologist is very happy with my improvements. I explained him about meditation. He told me, do whatever you are doing, you did a good job. I also taught meditation, technique of meditation to my few technicians, nurses, and dietitian in my dialysis center. I had been taking 5 mg prednisone daily when I came from India, and strictly advised never try to reduce by my doctors. Now the steroid dose are completely stopped since last 6 months. I was on prednisone since last 28 years. So it's a miracle. My serum creatinine level has been changing up and down slowly by 0.3 to 0.8 points. So creatinine numbers is 3.67 is in the current month, January 2023. My parathyroid gland was surgically removed due to the hyperactivity of the gland, and advised to take 4,000 mg calcium pills forever throughout the life. But 4 months ago, the serum calcium was so high beyond the range. So calcium pills were stopped totally for 1 month. And since then, I have been taking only 1001 tablet. I had been taking 3 tablets of phosphorus binder daily since 5 years, reduced to 2 binders tablet only while taking 4 high in phosphorus since 3-4 months. My high blood pressure pills are reduced up to 50%. Metoprolol 100 mg to 50 mg twice daily, and amlodipine 10 mg to 5 mg per day. It's about 6 months. I made 48 audios of the book, The Laws of Spirit World by Khurshid Bhavnagari in Hindi, and also making audios for PSSM Blessing audio team. I also practice forgiveness, gratitude, and positive affirmations regularly, and all kind of services. Overall, I am feeling active and energetic. I would be perfectly hale and healthy very soon and live a normal life. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Brahmrshi Pita Maha Patriji and respected GK sir. I am grateful to entire team of spiritual tablets, North India and USA. Thank you to all my dear friends for listening me patiently. Thank you, and lots of love.
Thank you very much, Dr. Santosh Master, for your experience after the meditation, how you have come out from your illness. For the last 28 years, you have been suffering, and now after the meditation, you have come out this. And we're very glad and very happy to hear about your progress after the, and you have been meditation only since 2021, you were saying, is it right?
2020, May 2020 to I joined PSSM, and I met Dr. GK sir in December 2020.
Yeah, so because you have done 4 hours meditation each day and full moon day meditation 8 hours. So that's what you could cure your illness so quickly and, dramatically. Thank you so much for your, Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Now, I will call Brahmarshi Pita Master to translate your talk. So the others can, after that, they can ask you questions if they have. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Brahmarshi Pita Master.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். இதுவரையும் டாக்டர் சந்தோஷ் அவர்கள் கூறியதை நான் தமிழ் தொகுப்பு செய்ய விளைகின்றேன். நான் ஒரு ஹோமியோபதி மருத்துவர், 20 வருஷமாக இருக்கின்றேன். எனக்கு உடல்லையே பாதிக்கின்ற நீண்ட உணவு சம்பந்தமான கோளாறு இருந்தது. இதுடன் நாங்கள் இரத்த சுத்தரிப்பும் செய்ய வேண்டி இருந்தது. என்னுடைய இந்த வருத்தத்தினால் நான் எப்பொழுதும் துயருட்டவனாக, உளச்சோர் உள்ளவனாக, நம்பிக்கையற்றவனாக, பலவீனமுடையவராக நான் வாழ்ந்து கொண்டிருந்தேன். இப்படியாக நான் அவதியுறு பொழுது PSSM ஒரு நண்பர் ஒருவர் 2020ஆம் ஆண்டு PSSM பற்றி எனக்கு அறிமுகம் செய்தார். நான் அந்த 2020 நான் தியானத்தில் ஈடுபட்டேன், பல காணொளிகளை பார்த்தேன். அது பிறகு நான் டாக்டர் கோபால் அவர்களை அவருடைய ஆன்மீக மாத்திரைகள் குடும்பத்தை சந்தித்தேன். அப்பொழுதுதான் எனக்கு இவருடைய ஆற்றல் பெருமை தெரிந்தது. வளமையாக அலோபதிக் மருத்துவர்கள் மருந்தை பற்றி சொல்லுவார்கள், ஆனால் டாக்டர் கோபால் அவர்கள் மருந்து கொடுக்கலாம் என்றார்கள் இந்த மாதிரி உணத்தை குணப்படுத்தலாம் என்ற ஒரு நம்பிக்கையை எனக்கு ஊட்டினார். இவர் இவரை சந்தித்த பிறகு தினமும் 4 மணி தியானம் செய்தேன். பூர்ண பௌர்ணமியில் அன்று 6 மணி தியானம் செய்து வழக்கமாக கொண்டேன். என்னுடைய தியானத்தை ஆரம்பிக்க முன்பு என்னுடைய வாழ்க்கை எப்படி இருந்தது என்பதை நான் சுருக்கமாக சொல்கின்றேன். நான் ஒரு துயருட்டவனாக பலவீன கஷ்டப்பட்டு 27 இரத்த சுத்தரிப்பும் மற்றது மன உளைச்சலாலும் பாதிக்கப்பட்டிருந்தேன். ஆனால் இந்த தியானத்துக்கு பின்பு இவர் டாக்டர் கோபால் அவருடைய 12 மாத்திரையை நான் பின்பற்றிய பிறகு என்னுடைய வாழ்க்கையில பல மாற்றங்கள் ஏற்பட்டது, சிறந்த பெரிய மாற்றங்கள் ஏற்பட்டது. இப்ப 12 மாத்திரைகள் என்ன என்பது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். அப்படி இருந்து நான் அதை பற்றி கூற விரும்புகின்றேன். இந்த 12 மாத்திரைகளாவது தனிநபர் தியானம், பிரமிட் தியானம், கூட்டு தியானம், பௌர்ணமி தியானம், சைவ உணவு, மௌனம், சிறந்த ஆன்மீக புத்தகங்களை படித்தல், தியான அனுபவங்களை பகிர்தல், ஆரோக்கியமான வகுப்புகள், ஒழுங்கான ஆலோசனை, மற்றதும் இயற்கை பிரமிட் ஆனந்தம், ஆன்மீக சேவை, இந்த 12 நான் ஒழுங்காக பின்பற்றினேன். அது மட்டுமில்ல, எனக்கு வீட்டிலே இருக்கும் பொழுது உள்ள ஆதரவு சக்தியை ஊட்டுவதற்கு நான் வீட்டிலேயே தாவரங்களை வளர்த்தேன், சங்கீதத்தை கேட்டேன், பிரமிட் கேப்பை அணிந்திருந்தேன். இப்படியே நான் ஒழுங்காக தியானத்தையும் இந்த ஆன்மீக வழிகளில் கூறிய மாத்திரைகளையும் பின்பற்றினதால் என்னுடைய உடல் நலத்தில் சிறந்த முன்னேற்றத்தை கண்டேன். அதன் விளைவு என்னென்றால், இந்த டேப்லெட்ஸ் பின்பற்றின பிறகு என்னுடைய விளைவுகள் என்னவென்றால், மன சோர்விலிருந்து விடுபட்டேன், உறங்கக்கூடியதாக இருந்தது. சைவ உணவை பின்பற்றினேன், மற்றவருடைய உடல் எடை குறைந்தது. அது மட்டுமில்ல, ஆரம்பத்தில் என்னாலே நடக்க முடியாமல் இருந்தது. இதன் பின்பு 6 மாதத்துக்கு பின்பு நடக்கக்கூடியதாக இருந்தது. நான் 28 வருஷம் கஷ்டப்பட்டு நான் சிறுநீரகம் பிரச்சனைகள், மற்றது சாப்பாட்டு கோளாறுகள் இப்படியெல்லாம் பிறந்தது. அது பிறகு என்னுடைய இரத்த அழுத்தம் குறைந்து விட்டது. எல்லா மருந்துகளையும் குறைத்து கொண்டு போனேன். அதற்கு பின்பு நான் பின்பற்றியது தினமும் உறுதிமொழி சொல்லுவேன். பல புத்தகங்களை பெயர் பெற்ற பல புத்தகங்களை பெரிய பெயர் பெற்ற புத்தகங்கள் எல்லாத்தையும் அவங்களுக்கு கூறினேன். நாங்கள் இந்த தளத்தில் கேட்டிருக்கின்றோம், அவற்றை வாசித்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றேன். இதன் பிறகு நான் பெற்ற வளமையான ஒரு வாழ்க்கையை நான் அனுபவிக்கக்கூடியதாக இருக்கு. இதுக்கு நான் பிரம்மச்சரிக்கும் டாக்டர் கோபாலகிருஷ்ணன் அவர்களுக்கும் அந்த அமைப்புக்கும் என மனமார்ந்த நன்றியையும் பாராட்டத்தையும் தெரிவிக்கின்றேன். நான் இந்த கோபால் அவரை சந்தித்தது மார்கழி 2020. அதற்கு பின்புதான் இந்த மாற்றங்கள் எனக்கு ஏற்பட்டது. ஆகையினாலே இதை நான் உங்களுக்கு பகிர்ந்து கொள்வதில் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகின்றேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, Dr. Santosh Vaish, and also wonderful translation by Kumarasamy Master from Sydney. I would also like to thank Mr. Kumarasamy Pillai Master for translating the articles on spiritual tablets. This translation is a valuable contribution to our society. Thank you. Now, if you have any questions or comments, please raise your hands. Thank you. Now, Nandini Jagadishwaran from Sydney, Australia.
Greetings to you all. First of all, I thank World Peace and Harmony Meditation organizers Srikant Raja Master and Ramya Master from Spiritual Tablet Gatha, and Dr. Gopalakrishnan Master, Chairman of Spiritual Tablet. And now, thank you for Kumarasamy Pillai Master also for the translation. Thank you, Santosh Vaish, Dr. Master, and you shared your own experience and how you heal your disease from the improve your health from spiritual tablet and energy support, from the 3 things you said: traffic signals and the green plants and colorful bed sheets and all. That's I'm doing that already. So it's a great idea. And the more we carry emotions, the more we get tired, and also our body will start expressing them as disease. That's how we get diseases. So it's more meditation, you'll be balanced and you can keep your health. Thank you, Santoshi Master. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, Yogi Nagendran from Reading, England. Thank you.
Good morning and lovely greetings to you all. Especially, first of all, I thank Sri Skandaraja Master and Anandali Master to bring this workshop, to arrange all these things for us. And also, sorry about I turned the screen off. And also, first of all, Dr. GK and Dr. Santosh Vaish to do this wonderful talk and your experiences for us to understand how you can look after your mind and body and everything. It's amazing talk with your experience. I love nature. That's my part of my life. Since childhood onwards, I connect myself to without knowing. I connect myself with the nature. I always play in the ground and with the sand and all sort of thing, and observe the plants. And the nature is very kind, and we don't know how much can gives us. And sometimes we take that ground, we just think, oh yeah, everything is fine, but the nature always there to look after us. We have to tune to it. And as you said, you are using the pyramid frame and everything in order to connect yourself. And how much you are improved within few years, and it's amazing. It's wonderful experience you shared with us. Also, a small question I would like to ask you that, did you said you did the meditation for 4 hours and 6 hours during the new moon and full moon time. Did you do that meditation continuously, or did you break it up instead of 2 hours sometime and then same day, of course, but 2 days and 2 hours and an hour, so on? Or did you do continuously? Do you mind answering me?
Yes. Yes. I have been still doing, and my target is up to 4 to 6 hours. Because I know I have to do lots of meditation, then I will get more rapid and good results. So not at the same setting I do during full moon days. I try to do 3 hours continuously, and 1 hour 2-3 times, 3-4 times, because in dialysis I have to spend 3 hours. So I mostly do meditation there, but some disturbances there, of course. Sometimes I was giddy and not in a shape to do meditation, but most of the time I spend with meditation. So easily whole night and till morning, our own time. So late night I do, and early in the morning, generally I get up at 4 o'clock and do my meditation, take class 5:30 to 6:30 in the US time. So, and I have no problem at all. Initially, before doing meditation, if I don't sleep like 7-8 hours, so I feel very weak, and I had migraine also, that is already cured. So these days I have no problem. Today I got up at 2:30 in the morning, and now I will take my meditation session, then go to dialysis the whole day. So I'm very happy and very thankful to Brahmrshi Pita Maha and Dr. G.K. sir, whole team. Everybody is so nice. I had a not very big family in the US, India. Now I have a very big family of PSSM and spiritual tablets. Thank you.
It's amazing. Thank you so much. Because I do meditation, but I do manage to come to this platform for 3 times a day. And that's what I was asking. And then I do my own in the morning and only in the evening, about half an hour or 45 minutes. But you are amazing. You are doing 6 hours continuously, and that's God's grace. He's given you the time and in order to do. It's amazing. Thank you so much to share your experience with us, and also Mr. Kumaraswamy Pula Master, who translated this in Tamil. Thank you so much for that as well as Dr. GK. Thank you very much indeed. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you very much. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Lingaratnam from Sydney, Australia. Thank you.
Greetings to every one of you all. And really, we had a great session, and we had to thank Master Sriskandaraja and Master Arundhati Sriskandaraja for organizing this program. And today, Dr. Santos Master shared her experience, amazing. And she she had the power of meditation, the power of tablets. And we are really glad that she has overcome. Oh yeah, she's now recovered and she's able to give a talk on her experience. And definitely we'll be sharing with our friends who really need this type of advice. And also let me thank Kumarasamy for the perfect translation. And once again, I thank every one of you all and say goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mrs. Lingaratnan, do you want to say anything? Are you all right?
Greetings for everybody. Doctor, thank you for the valuable experiences, especially about the power of meditation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, Mr. Kumarasamy Pillai, Master from Sydney, Australia. Thank you.
Dr. Santosh, thank you very much for sharing your personal experience. It's really very impressive because we are all impressed with your own experience. And you too, and you are a homeopathic doctor. I would like to ask one or two questions. The medication you took, was it allopathic medication or a homeopathic medication when you were sick?
Medication.
Not meditation, medication. You were taking medication for your dialysis and all sorts of disorders, autoimmune system. What are the medication? Was it allopathic medication or homeopathic medication?
Both.
Both.
Yes. Actually, there is some limitations in homeopathy. Sometimes it works very good. Sometimes in the limit it works very good, very nicely. So when I go to my allopathy doctors, so for cough, cold, or any problem other than the kidney problem, of course in kidney problem also, so my doctor used to say, you take your own medicine. We will not advise you lots of medicines in allopathy. So I take allopathy. In allopathy, very few medicines, just BP medicine and supplements.
So you said you started with this spiritual tablets in 2020. So did you give up all the medication? By that time, you were only depending on spiritual tablets for your illness?
Yes, I take homeopathy totally.
Yeah.
With few
I'm asking because to convince with how the allopathic and all the to understand clearly.
Yes, or slowly, doctor herself reduced my medicines, as I have already told you. So almost 50% medicines has been stopped.
Currently, are you on any medication, please? Currently, now. Now, do you take any medication other than the spiritual tablets, following the meditation and all that?
Yes. So few medicines.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Next is Dr. Sada Mano. One second, you want to speak? Dr. GK, please.
To answer Kumar Pillai, sir, sir, she has clearly told she is using that prednisolone steroid 5 mg since last 20 years. It was totally stopped now, number one. Number two, the hypertensive medicine, which she using 100 mg, metoprolol, it was reduced to 50. And the other one, stamina beta, is also 5 mg. So it is 50%. Her hypertensive medicines were reduced. And then all the symptomatical tablets she is using earlier, here and then for so many illnesses. Because last time when I went to Atlanta, she attended the 2 days retreat, that certificate workshop of L1. She clearly told, since last 2-3 years, all my family members are using so many medicines for their illnesses, but I am not using any medicine for all the small illness, even during the COVID time also. So that's why she has not stopped all the medicine. In fact, she is going for the dialysis also, but the dialysis time and frequency, earlier it was 3, now it is 2. And the time earlier it was 4 hours. Now it is reduced to, I think, 2.5-3 hours. And the creatinine levels are also decreased from 7 point to more or less 3 points it came. And if you observe all the reports carefully, that water retention, that is also almost reduced. In some months, it is coming to 0. Earlier, it was somewhere around 0.3, more than 0.3 and 0.5 even earlier. So that's why in the last 2 years, typically there is a great change in medicine, and especially the walking. She told about her, physical walk as well, how greatly she is able to walk, a difference between before and after meditation. So there is a very great change, and we accept that there is not zero medicine now, allopathic medicine, but still he is in medication, and she is still working on it to come out of it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. GK. Now, Dr. Sada Meno. Thank you very much.
Greetings to all. I just want to ask Dr. Santosh, what was the diagnosis at that time, before they started treating you? What was it exactly? Just to
yes, it's autoimmune disorder, microscopic polyangiritis.
All right. Okay. Anyway,
in which chronic kidney disorder is associated with that.
Okay. Thanks so much for sharing your own experience very clearly and in detail. And you have gone through real hard time, it sounds like, with the illness and going through all, but you have recovered with all this meditation and the spiritual tablet. It's very interesting, and pleased to hear that you are on the mend at the moment. Thank you very much for all the participants and sharing, and Dr. GK to explain as well. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sada Meno Master. Thank you very much. Now, Tara and Tama Master from Edgware, England. Thank you very much.
Greetings to all. It's a very good talk. Please come again, and all the best. Thank you.
Dr. Santos, it's very good to hear your experience. And you are wiser to use the both medicine, not to reducing that one, you are wiser. And prednisolone, we don't use it for a long time. Once upon a time, we tail it off. Nowadays, they are suddenly stopping. So you do the right thing. Anyway, come again. Good to hear your experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Tama and Tara Masters. Thank you. Next is Arulambalam Anandaraj Master. Thank you very much.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். மிகவும் அருமையாக ஒரு கேஸ் ஸ்டடியோட, நான் தமிழாக நல்ல ஒரு கேஸ் ஸ்டடியோட நீங்கள் இதை ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் டேப்லெட்டை ப்ரூவ் பண்ணி கொண்டு வாரது இந்த தியானம் செய்கிற ஆட்களை மிகவும் ஊக்குவிக்கக்கூடியதா இருக்குது. அருமை, அற்புதம், சூப்பர். தேங்க்யூ.
Very much. Next is Ranjani Krishnamurthy. I think she's the next speaker for the session. Ranjani Krishnamurthy from Bengaluru. Thank you very much.
Good morning to all the viewers. Dr. Santosh, thank you so much for sharing your experience and your journey. It is really motivating that you shared all the facts and how you have slowly reduced your medication. And one more inspiring thing here is there are so many doctors in this group, yet they are all subscribing to meditation in addition to medicine. That is something that is really, really welcome. We appreciate the fact, even though you have the degree to back up all the tablets, you're really endorsing meditation as a primary thing to come out of illness. And once again, a very inspiring story, Dr. Santosh. And we all are inspired, and so many of us can get rid of ailments and small diseases through this. And thank you, Dr. GK, for your wonderful service to the humanity. And Dr. Srikant Raja sir and his wife for setting up this forum and allowing us to share our own experiences where people can be inspired. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else?
Thank you very much. I would like to ask Dr. Santosh another question. You said you were keeping plants in your room. Is there any particular plants you have to keep it inside your room? You said that was the plants also giving you energy. So is there any particular plant? You are showing about 4 plants, but I couldn't get the names of the plants. Is there any particular plants you have to keep it?
Yes. One snake plant. Do you know snake plant? Mother's-in-law's tongue is also its name. It is known as mother-in-law's tongue. And this plant is typical, which emit oxygen throughout the day, 24 hours. And Areca palm, ARECA, Areca palm, snake plant, and mostly I keep number of snake plant because of the full 24 hours oxygen. And I do experiment with my plants. I had a rubber plant, big rubber plant, which has 8 branches, 7-8 branches. So I wanted to make 2-3 plants, but it was very hard for me to do because the roots are tangled in one another. So with difficulty, I made 2 plants. But the bigger plant has normal growth, but the small plant was not growing. Slowly, it is going down. Then I started giving love. I love my plants. I say sorry. It's my. I should not have divided with you, separated you with your family, mother plant. And I love regularly in the morning, evening, many times. So it would take about 2-3 months, and it started growing more rapidly and more bigger leaves other than the mother plant. So it's my very nice experience I have. So I work with the plants.
So you were showing about 12 tablets, what you have been using all this time. So thank you so much. We have to thank Dr. DK because he is the one introduced these ritual tablets to us. So we will also follow that. Thank you so much for your experience explaining. It is really good thing that after 28 years you have come out from this illness. Really, it's it's wonderful. Thank you so much, madam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now is Tamanathan Master. And thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, GK, and thank you, Santos. You are living in reality. Naturally, you are living. I like you are having all this plant. Yes, snake plant. You can keep it in your bedroom as well. And aloe vera and ivies. We can keep it at home. Very nice. I like your talk. You will be happy in your future, and you will be all right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And is there any time for Dr. GK? You want to give us some talk about your spiritual tablets or anything, sir?
Yeah, we can start now if the question and answer session is over.
Yes, sir. Yeah, because
you can.
Half an hour. You can start now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's what's it? Sada, you want to say anything?
Yes, there are so many.
So many?
Chat box messages.
Yeah, but now Dr. GK is going to present some.
Okay.
After that, we can, if we have time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you all. And first of all, let me say my deepest gratitude and congratulations for the successful platform, the World Peace Harmony Meditation Group, headed by Srikant sir and all the eminent other masters. from UK and across the globe, and especially doing it in Tamil language is really fantastic. As we know, the Tamilian groups are so many pockets across the globe, so they can take the greatest advantage of this apart from English. And then nice meditation before starting the session, and translations by Kumar Swami Garu also very well for everything. And thank you very much for Dr. Santosh Vaish for coming forward and being a homeopathy doctor. So she herself suffering with a rare disorder, and but she came forward on my request and gave a beautiful presentation with the PowerPoint. I am surprised to see the PowerPoint slides this time. Earlier she used to say verbally, but with reports, So usually whenever we are giving, especially a lot of doctors here, so that's something to show in black and white is very, very important. And apart from the basic 12 tablets she told, I admire at her sincere follow-up, especially conducting the meditation sessions for the Nepal group is very, very important, even though she can't recognize the value of it because her birthplace is from Nepal. And we identified based on her spiritual experiences, and then regularly she started taking sessions for the Nepal group. And I think there she learned a lot of things, the book, conducting book clubs and translation of some books and preparing her own notes for the books she narrated, and sharing that wisdom to that group. Maintaining a group on a regular basis like you are doing is not a joke. Just if you want to tell meditation to someone and leave him, it is very easy. But if you want to maintain a person or a group for a period of more than 6 months or 1 year, you need to do a lot more things. You have to bring people in, you have to create new programs, and sometimes you have to engage the audience by learning something new. So in that way, so really she struggled a lot, and then she learned a lot of things, both technically as well as spiritually, and then her continuous learning attitude. And after so long, she came to India as well. And in India also, she conducted some sessions here and there in pockets. So altogether, that constant learning attitude and teaching. So altogether, I think today she is a successful doctor in showing the result on her own body and mind, I can say. Yeah. So coming to the today's topic, so we try to learn in a nutshell about the key concept in 3 spiritual tablets wisdom, which is related to 3 types of reasons for any illness. When we have an illness, we go to the doctor, and if we ask them, so they will tell the reasons according to the allopathic science or any system. But here, according to the spiritual tablet system, the 3 major reasons for any illness is an unwanted, unscientific, and irregular eating habits, or the thinking patterns, the thoughts, or the relationships that we hold in day-to-day life. So here, these 3 terms, the unscientific. So whatever we are doing, it should be scientific, means spiritual scientific, I can say. And then unwanted, the area where we are not supposed to do, we try to do it, and unwanted. And instead of doing in a regular fashion, we may do it in an irregular fashion. So all these 3 words for these 3 things, eating habits, thinking habits, and relationships. And before dealing with this topic, my humble pranams to Brahmrshi Patriji, because he is the man who gave a spiritual health brochure, which is just a 2-page brochure. In that, this concept is there. Way back to 25 years ago, when I came into this meditation. So 2 days he struggled, and then he gave this concept of spiritual health, identifying these 3 types of reasons. After that, of course, in due course of the journey of spiritual tablets, we invented a lot of things, but the major rooting is from these 3 major reasons. So coming to the unscientific, unwanted, and irregular ways of doing these three things is the major idea to understand now in this today's just 10-15 minutes sharing. And behind everything, there is a spiritual science, So without spiritual science, you cannot see the periphery. So the whole periphery is based on the spiritual science. And then there is a timing for everything according to that spiritual science. And we have to understand whether it is particularly needed at that particular time or not. For example, if you take eating, if there is an alarm inside in the name of hungry, then only we are supposed to give something to the body. So that is it is a natural clock. Over a period of time, because of our living habits and the day-to-day setting, the family, slowly we started keeping it into slots, morning, afternoon, and night. But the real yogic way is only to give food when we are hungry. So that's why there is a timing for everything. So if we are not doing in a timely manner, then we can call it as an unwanted one. And then whenever we are, habituated to this likes and dislikes, then naturally we may fall in these irregular patterns. So that's why this unscientific way of doing and doing something unwanted and then irregular is the key element here in understanding the disease patterns. So if we take the diet impacts on the physical body, okay, and understanding in soulful way. So most of the illnesses today, they are all related to that unwanted, irregular, and unscientific dietary habits. So to understand this in a spiritual fashion, a lack of proper spiritual diets, spiritual nourishment means at every given point of day and a week and a month, we need to learn a particular spiritual lessons for a soul nourishment that we need to understand, and the creativity which we are supposed to follow every day, and how to attain the inner peace, okay, excluding the negativity that is there in and around us, and taking care of the soul by understanding the purpose of life and understanding the true relationship and understanding to have a clear picture in life. Wherever we have the lack of confidence, we have to come out of it by understanding the clear picture and understanding the value of the self-confidence and self-esteem, all the positive qualities. So these are all some areas where we can work on regular basis to nourish the soul. So this is how usually we say the righteous diet to the body from the soul point of view. So for this, the key tablet, the optimal diet tablet in 12 spiritual tablets, usually we say. Here the optimal diet means, if you take the Bhagavad Gita sloka, yukta ahara viharasya, yukta chestasya, karmata yukta soprava bodhasya logo bhavati dukha. If you go into that sloka, the optimal diet, aharam, viharam, and nidra. Ahara means the food, vihara means how you move in the society, and then the sleep patterns. So all these things to be, they are not saying we have to do less. They are saying optimal, yukta. Yukta means optimal means it is different for every individual. According to the individual's soul needs and body needs and mind needs and the community around him, based on that, he will do according to his own job also as well. So that's why here the optimal is very important. Usually people will say, take very less quantity of food or less quantity of sleep. It is not less. Okay, it is optimal according to the individual's soul needs. So, of course, it should be a vegetarian diet or plant-based diet. Like Belinda Goodman says, human beings has to transform from non-vegetarian to vegetarian to fruitarian to breatharian eventually. So, and then all these five senses has to be filled with a optimal diet. So with the eyes, whatever we are supposed to watch, it should be optimal enough. once you are satisfied with a movie or with some comedy or whatever, then again you stop and you will shift into other kinds of happiness, or even into spiritual kind of learnings and happiness. So that's why we need to keep on watching all these five senses. Once they reach that gratification stage or happiness stage, then immediately we have to stop it. For example, while taking food, initially I used to take in person, me as Dr. GK, I used to take buckets of food in the hostel. They used to keep unlimited food we'll have. But slowly, after doing a 1 month no food experiment advised by Patriji, almost 30 days, I was in fasting only with water and then 4 hours of meditation. This is in the year 1996, November. The whole month we followed it, a group of 5 doctors. After doing it, really on the 31st day or the last after completion of this, whenever I'm eating a small amount of food, I used to get a blissful kind of happiness feel. And then slowly every meal turned into meditation or an experiment. So if you watch carefully when you are eating, exactly at one point of time, maybe after eating 3/4 of your meal somewhere, you will start understanding inside that you are not enjoying that food anymore. But because still something is left in the plate, you are supposed to complete that meal. We just complete the rest of the portion. But here the science says when your hunger is complete and when your taste buds or your taste sense organ, the tongue is not giving you any gratification symptoms, then we are bound to stop it. So this is almost equal to a tighter experiment usually we do in our +2 and degree, where at 1 drop, the acid turn into base, the color will change. That is where exactly we have to stop the titrating. That is what the whole experiment. Similarly, I call it as the food, taking food is an experiment, and it is a meditation. Where at one point when you are not able to, take any gratification or happiness from that food, then that is the point where exactly we have to stop. Because the body is not an unwanted dustbin where you will just dump the food just because you took a certain amount of quantity to complete as a syllabus for that lunch or dinner. So this is a fine tuning, I call it as. So here in the optimal tablet, just to conclude this eating habits in a scientific way, a regular fashion, and wanted means here we need to make it as an experiment. Here I'm telling about only the food, the physical food, but this is applicable for all the 5 senses. When you're watching something, after reaching a point, you have to stop it. You cannot just lean over and keep going through all the short YouTube videos, one after other, just like an addiction. So we have to check whether the gratification, whether you are getting or not. So all the 5 senses, when the gratification point is crossed, then immediately you have to stop. So this is how we have to understand the optimal diet, the eating habits. And then coming to the thoughts. So every day from morning to night, we go through thousands of thoughts in every day. And most of the thoughts, if it is an unclean mind and who are not doing meditation, for them usually most of the thoughts unaware, they will go just from their mind level. And so first of all, once you are into spirituality, once you are into meditation, slowly you will start understanding there are 4 types of thoughts. So the disastrous thoughts, which we get in the beginning, slowly they will wean off by doing basic meditation. And then of course we may perceive some negative thoughts. And then slowly, once you are into spirituality, we will tune ourselves into the positive thoughts and the miraculous thoughts. So first we have to discriminate the thoughts whenever they are coming into our mind, what exactly it is. And whenever you identify that it is a negative thought or a disastrous thought, immediately you have to shift into any creative kind of visualization, or you can slip into meditation, or even you can slip into a positive kind of speech or an internal dialogue. So that is how you can come out of these negative and disastrous thoughts and slowly replace it with positive and miraculous thoughts. So to working on thoughts, of course, the basic thing is meditation anyway. If you take 0 to 100, the first 50% of unwanted and disastrous thoughts can be completely alleviated by doing intense meditation. So someone raised the question, 4 hours in a day, 6 hours in a day means it is not a continuous meditation. You can take, an intermittent meditation kind of, you can adopt 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So very frequently we have to do. So whenever we indulge in continuous meditation or even the intermittent meditation sessions in the whole day, and we reduce the chances of getting into that negative or disastrous thoughts, especially while dealing with the psychiatric illness cases where they have a lot of disastrous thoughts. So we allow them to do this 10 minutes or 15 minutes of intermittent meditations throughout the day, as and when they get time. And then next, we need to get into that Swadhyaya and Sajjana Sangatya. These are an additional 2 important things. So when we are listening to an audiobook or visualizing, going through a spiritual movie or reading a spiritual book, that will automatically take away our unwanted thoughts, and then we start replacing it with a wanted spiritual wisdom. And then, of course, sharing of experiences or listening to the other master experience also a very good, positive, and a miraculous engagement. And whatever we are listening and whatever we are watching, that only we express later. And we are trying to replace the unwanted thoughts with a positive engagement. And then adopting the positive thoughts every day, one can write an affirmations, what exactly they want in their life, replacing a positive organs or a positive health, a miraculous health, healthy thoughts. And every day, 3 times in a day, they can read very loudly or even internally, they can narrate again and again. So whatever you think and whatever you speak, that will automatically happen in due course of time. So that's why affirmations, as well as again and again replacing with positive thoughts and miraculous thoughts, is also one of the most important exercise. And especially sometimes we advise the patient god, the PGs, to draw a diagram, a bizarre kidney and a wonderful or a brilliant gold aura kidney. Both the diagrams they keep, and they slowly try to visualize the normal and gold or vibrant kidney with higher colors. So if they keep on visualizing that beautiful organ, then that is where their travel is going on. And of course, the reasons behind that illness, like the madam told earlier, working on minor mistakes, that is the most important lesson for the kidney illness. For every body part, there are a certain spiritual lessons. For hands, give and take. For legs, the individuality. For the low back, problems like working on fear and the hard work patterns. For Vishuddha, it is speech. So we have to keep some positive or creative thoughts all the time. And then whenever there are negative thoughts, immediately replace them with the positive and miraculous or creative thoughts that we have already kept on paper. So this is how slowly they can change their thoughts, they can work on their thoughts, and they have to change them into miraculous states. And more than that, achieving the thoughtless mind is also very, very important, where we try to make our mind calm so that we can connect to the totality, and slowly the universal will or universal consciousness will automatically work on the individual consciousness to make it clean and to give its own idea in what way we are supposed to lead the life. So coming to the purposeful relationships, finally, so this is also one of the major area. Whenever we listen to the patient god story, if they are speaking more about their relationships in and around from the childhood, from the friends, or especially from the family members, if they are having a lot of disastrous or irregular relationships and through which they are suffered, then immediately we'll mark that relationship area and we start working on the relationship patterns. So first of all, the relationship has to be very purposeful. Whatever the purpose we are holding in life, first they have to realize their purpose, and accordingly they have to choose the relationship, especially in the family, the blood relations and friends, and from the community. For example, I am a medical doctor. I am into a spiritual teaching profession where I'm trying to give my support with the spiritual thoughts and meditations to my patient gods. So naturally, based on my purpose, especially in this line, I need to connect to the doctors who accept this kind of journey, rather than the doctors who are into their own way of medical system. If I select the people who are more or less positive towards this kind of holistic system, then my purpose will be served much better, and very smoothly I can continue my journey. And then similarly, among the patient gods, way back to my 2003 medical and meditation practice, which when I started with the auspicious hands of Patriji and Swarnamala Patri Madam, it is my regular medical practice. Out of 10 patient gods, I used to give my medical prescription, a basic one. I used to look at their aura a bit with my own kind of spiritual reading. And then sometimes I just shoot a question to them. Do you want to work out on your diabetes or hypertension to come out of the medicine? If you work seriously, I can teach some other concept where you can come out of your medicines permanently from the lifetime. Whenever I look at them, sometimes they are respectful, obey, and they struggle a lot. Sometimes they are fearful to lifelong, why I have to carry this diabetes. So based on that, a combination of psychology and spirituality altogether. Out of 10, I identify 1 or 2, and then I'll tap them. They will agree, and then they will write a case sheet, and I will attach them to all my spiritual counselors. So like this, I did my medical practice for 3 years. During that period, my choice is only to patient gods who want to work only in spiritual wisdom. So this is how slowly I lean towards that purposeful relationships. And today, all my WhatsApp, mails, everything filled with only the doctors who support this holistic system, and then the patient gods who want to obey all the spiritual tablets, wisdom, and want to come out of all other kinds of medicines that they are using. So that's why, if you want to work for orphanage home, if you want to work for corporates, try to develop the relationships, try to build relationships only in those areas, people who accept your purpose. And then sometimes the relationship, the asthira sambandha, means the stagnant relationships are like for lifetime, like the blood relations we hold. They are just like a platform, a rocky platform. We need the stage has to be set to learn in this world. So for this, we come with a fixed relationship, especially the blood relations and the job and the area where we are working, like, the company. So there are certain relationship. From them, we may not learn much. Initially, we may learn certain things. After that, those relationship will be for the lifetime. So this relationship has to be maintained in a proper way. We cannot simply come out of those relationships by cutting it, which in turn is an unwanted or irregular relationship, we can call it as. With a gratitude, we have to maintain it, whether they are parents or siblings or whomsoever. And then finally, understanding the soul family, the Atmakutu. Today, Santosh Vaishi has said a great word. Today, I have a very big family of PSSM and spiritual tablets all together across the globe. I know she loves much more the spiritual family, the soul family. Parallelly, she is leading the blood relation family as well. And then finally, the fellow passengers, acquaintances, So during our travel, whomsoever sit besides you, they basically decide how best you are working. So every time, this is a rapid check for me during the flight journeys or train, whatever. I will try to ping the people who sits besides me. And the last journey when I'm coming from India to UK, someone who is supposed to sit in another seat, they changed their seat with exchange, and she came and sit beside me. She is badly suffering with migraine. She is from Istanbul, and we had a beautiful talk, and we exchanged the numbers. And they are also very particular about the food. They never eat non-vegetarian food. They're very particular about the mushrooms and all. I am surprised, So that's why every time, if you are sincere in your own efforts, the law of attraction, always you attract the company around you who want to learn meditation, who want to follow the plant-based diet. So that's why the company you have will speak how greatly you are having doing your own journey. So that's why the fellow passengers will give us a great idea how best we are working in our life. So, with this, I conclude my speech about the 3 types of reasons for an illness: unwanted, unscientific, and irregular thinking habits, relationship, and then food. Here the food means all the 5 senses are the food for the soul, not only the physical food that we are talking about, the 3 meals in a day, and then all the 5 senses, how best we are using only for the happiness, and only wherever we are learning something, there only we have to use, otherwise just shut and go into meditation. So if we follow all these, understand the 3 types of major reasons, and if we work out, and then the key reasons, the root reasons, we can completely clear, and then permanently we can come out of that particular illness. That is what Patriji sir says. The spiritual intellect is the root, and physical health is the fruit. If we work on the spiritual intellect properly, and we can get the physical health as the fruit. There are so many health systems on this world, like allopathy, homeopathy, Ayurveda, Unani, Reiki, pranic healing. All the systems are very good, provided if we attach the spiritual science tablet and meditation as a torchlight to all those systems, then definitely over a period of time, we can completely come out of all unwanted additional supports, and slowly we can stabilize with the natural way of leading life. That is, every problem in the life we are coming, whether it is physical, mental, or social, whatever, it is only a reminder, a gentle reminder that we are not living with our true potential, or we are deviating away from our purpose of life. So if we work with that illness, working with the illness is nothing but making ourselves or keeping track to the normal way of life, and even I can say a God way of life. So that is what the spiritual tablet system is intended. And thank you very much, Srikant sir, for giving me this great opportunity to share a little wisdom. And thank you all for the other speakers coming onto this platform from Spiritual Tablet Foundation, like Dr. Renu and Deepika madam from Stroke, and the other doctors, Lakshmi Lakade and all. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor, because they have the 3 major reasons for illness. You have explained to us: eating, thoughts, and relationship. Yeah, I don't want to go into details because the time limited. I think now we can ask Marsai Pillai to explain, Master to explain in Tamil. But after that, and we would like to have a question and answer session.
Next session. We'll go for next session for question and answer session. Now time for Mr. Kumarasamy Pillai to summarize the speech.
Yeah,
but 10 minutes is enough, We are going for the next session, Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking Dr. GK to give another day for the question and answer, particularly
yes, madam.
Dr. GK.
Yes, madam. Thank you. Here I'm dropping my email ID and phone number. Anybody they can contact me by WhatsApp anytime. And I too have some engagement, so I'm sorry to leave also. Okay. And then because the time late. Yeah. Thank you, Kumar Swami Garu, for your translation. And thank you all. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Kumar Swami Pillai Master, thank you. You can, and then we can go into
after 10 minutes, I will go for the next session. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Kumar Swami Pillai Master, you have to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
வணக்கம். வருத்தங்களுக்கான பிரதான காரணங்கள் 3. ஒன்று உணவு, 2வது சிந்தனை, 3வது உறவு. இது 3 தான் எங்களுடைய நோய்களுக்கு பிரதான காரணமாக கூறப்படுகின்றது. இப்ப அடுத்தது இப்ப ஆன்மீக உறவு அறிவியல் சார்ந்ததாக இல்லாமல் இருக்கிறது, தேவையற்றது, ஒழுங்கற்றது. இந்த 3 அடுத்ததாக கூறலாம். 3வது அறிவியல் சாராத என்று சொல்லும் பொழுது இப்போ ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு முன்னாடி இப்போ நீங்கள் சாப்பிடும் பொழுது நீங்கள் பசித்தால் தான் புசிக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்தது உங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கை முறையை கவனிக்க வேண்டும். மற்றது எப்பொழுதும் ஒவ்வொன்றுக்கும் நேரம் இருக்குது. அந்தந்த நேரத்துக்குள்ள உரியதை செய்ய வேண்டும் அவரது. மற்றது சாப்பாடு முக்கியம் என்ன மாதிரி என்றால் உணவும் ஆன்மாவும் சம்பந்தப்பட்டது. அப்போ உங்களுடைய ஆன்மாவை நீங்கள் கவனிக்க வேண்டும், மற்றது உறவை கவனிக்க வேண்டும், மற்றது இது தன்னம்பிக்கை, சுய மதிப்பு, இதுவரை நீங்கள் கவனிக்க வேண்டும். அது ஏற்கனவே சொன்ன போல பசிக்கிற பொழுது சாப்பிட வேணும், அரை வயிறு சாப்பிட வேணும், மற்றது சாப்பிடும் பொழுது சாப்பாட்டை ரசித்து சாப்பிட வேண்டும். அடுத்த முக்கியமாக ஐம்பொறிகளையும் நீங்கள் கண்காணிக்க வேண்டும். அவைதான் இப்ப எல்லா விதமான பிரச்சனைகளுக்கும் காரணம். உங்களுக்கு ஐம்பொறிகள் என்ற பொழுது நீங்கள் சமூக ஊடகங்களை கவனிக்கும் பொழுது தேவையானதை மாற்றம் பின்பற்ற வேண்டும், தேவையில்லாததை உள்ளே உள்வாங்கக்கூடாது. மற்றது அமைதியாக இருக்க கற்றுக்கொள்ள வேண்டும். மற்றது எப்பொழுதும் ஒரு சில இடைசுலம் சாப்பிடாமல் விரதம் இருக்கிறது நல்லது. மற்றது உங்களுடைய பசி எப்பொழுது ஆறிவிட்டதோ திருப்தியாக நீங்கள் சாப்பிட்ட என்ற உணர்வு வந்தவுடன் நீங்கள் சாப்பாட்டை நிப்பாட்ட வேண்டும். சாப்பாடு இருக்கிறதே என்பதற்காக தொடர்ந்து சாப்பிடக்கூடாது. மற்றது எப்பொழுதும் யோசிக்க வேண்டும், இந்த உடம்பு ஒரு குப்பை தொட்டி இல்லை என்பதை நீங்கள் மனதிலே கொள்ள வேண்டும். உணவுக்கு நீங்கள் அடிமையாக இருக்கக்கூடாது, ஐம்பொறிகளுக்கும் அடிமையாக இருக்கக்கூடாது. மற்றது எப்பொழுதும் நீங்கள் நன்றி உணர்வுடன் வாழ வேண்டும். உங்களுக்கு எல்லோருக்கும் தெரியும், ஆயிரக்கணக்கான எண்ணங்கள் எப்பொழுதும் வந்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றன. எண்ணங்கள் 4 வகையாக பிரிக்கப்பட்டிருந்தது. ஒன்று ஆபத்தான எண்ணங்கள், நேர்மறையான எண்ணங்கள், எதிர்மறையான எண்ணங்கள், அற்புதமான எண்ணங்கள். அப்ப இந்த 4 எண்ணங்களும் கொடுக்கும் பொழுது எப்பொழுதும் நீங்கள் எதிர்மறையான எண்ணங்களை தவிர்க்க வேண்டும். மற்றது எப்பொழுதும் எதிர்மறையான எண்ணங்களை எப்படி நீங்கள் செல்ல வேண்டாம், நேர்மறையான எண்ணங்களை மாற்றும் பொழுது இந்த எதிர்மறை இல்லா பொழுது. மற்றது எப்பொழுதும் மெடிடேஷன் உங்களுக்கு பல பிரச்சனைகளை நீக்கும் என்பதுதான் இருக்கின்றோம். மெடிடேஷன்ல இருக்கிற போது நீங்கள் நேர்மறையாக இருக்கிறீர்கள். இந்த 4 எண்ணங்களையும் கவனித்து நல்ல எண்ணங்களை உங்களால் வளர்க்க முடியும். எப்பொழுதும் உறுதிமொழி சொல்ல வேண்டும், நேர்மறையாக சிந்திக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்தது முக்கியமாக காட்சிப்படுத்த வேண்டும். இப்ப நீங்கள் உங்கள் உடல்ல உங்களுக்கு சுகமில்லை என்றால், இடத்துல இப்ப ஈரல் சரியில்லை என்றால் நல்ல ஈரலை கற்பனை பண்ணி பார்த்து அதை மாறி விட்டதாக தினமும் ஆரோக்கியமான உறுதிமொழிகளை சொல்லி அதுக்கு நேர்மறையான கருத்தை மனதிலே ஆழ்மனத்திலே பதிக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்தது எப்பொழுது நேர்மையான எண்ணங்களை விரிவாக்கி கொண்டிருக்கிறார். தியானத்தில் நீங்கள் இருக்கும் பொழுது எல்லோருக்கும் தெரியும், நாங்கள் எண்ணமற்ற நிலைக்கு நாங்கள் வரும் பொழுது மனம் அமைதியாக இருக்கின்றது, எங்களுடைய விழிப்புணர்வு தெளிவாக இருக்கின்றது. அடுத்தது உறவு என்ற பொழுது உறவின்ற நோக்கம் இருக்க வேண்டும். இதற்கு நீங்கள் முதலாவது உங்களுடைய நோக்கம் என்ன என்பதை இனங்காண வேண்டும். இனங்காண்டு அந்த நோக்கத்துக்கு தான் நீங்கள் உங்களுடைய நேரத்தை செலவழிக்க வேண்டும். இப்போ இப்படியான நேரங்கள்ல தான் இது இப்படியான நேரங்கள்ல தான் உளவியலும் ஆன்மாவியலும் ரெண்டும் கலக்கின்றது. ரெண்டும் கலக்கிற பொழுதுதான் நீங்கள் பூரணமான உடல் நலத்தை பெற முடியும். இப்போ இப்படியான நேரங்களில் தேவையில்லாத உறவுகளை துண்டிப்பது நல்லது. மற்றது எப்பொழுதும் நன்றி உணர்வுடன் வாழ கற்றுக்கொள்ள வேண்டும். மற்றது என்ன ஒன்று நான் கண்டேன்டால், நாங்கள் பயணம் செய்யும் பொழுது உங்களுடைய கூட இருப்பவர்களோடும் ஒரு ஆக்கபூர்வமான உறவை ஏற்படுத்திக் கொள்ள வேண்டும். உங்களுக்கு எல்லோருக்கும் தெரியும், ஈர்ப்பு விதியை பெரிய தெரியும். ஈர்ப்பு விதி எங்களுடைய எண்ணங்களுக்கு சார்ந்தபடி அவர்களை நான் ஈர்த்து இப்படியான ஆன்மீக பணியை செய்வதற்கோ அல்லது தியானத்தை மேற்படுத்துவதற்கோ ஒரு வகையாக இருக்கும். அப்பொழுது நாங்கள் எப்பொழுதும் எண்ணங்கள் நேர்மையாக இருந்தால் நாங்கள் நல்லவர்களை ஈர்ப்போம். அதன்படி நாங்கள் ஆன்மீக சேவையை செய்யலாம் என்று கூறி இந்த வாய்ப்புக்கு நன்றி கூறி விட வருகின்றோம்.
Thank you very much, Marsima Pillai Master, for your wonderful translation. Also, thank you very much, Ramya Master and Dr. GK and other speaker as well. Thank you. Now we are going to the next session.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah,
thank you
very much. Thank you. Yeah, we are going to the next session. So we'll start with the. One second. Vanakkam, Namaste, greetings to all. Welcome to the World Peace and Harmony. Welcome to the World Peace and Harmony PSSM Tamizh Europe meditation session. Today, Wednesday, 18th January 2023, is our 592nd day of meditation. First, there will be a meditation for 15 minutes with beautiful music. Now, Ranjani Krishnamurti Master will conduct a meditation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome to all the members signed up in this forum of World Peace and Harmony Meditation. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Sorry to sound like the lottery ticket vendor of the 1980s, selling tickets for Bhutan, Burma, Nepal, Tibet, etc. Since people are logged in from different time zones and countries, I wanted to greet all of you based on your own time zone. So today's topic is gratitude. If there is one thought in mind and two words in the English dictionary which can create magic.
Excuse me, can you place your this telephone in the horizontal position, please? And also enough space. Now really good. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, so today's topic, my dear friends and masters, if there is one thought in your mind and two words in the English dictionary which can create magic in your life and make it more meaningful, that will undoubtedly be gratitude and thank you. In positive psychology research, gratitude is strongly and consistently associated with greater happiness. It helps people feel more positive emotions, relish good experiences, improve their health, deal with adversity, and build strong relationships. So the reason why I chose this topic for this week is because we recently celebrated Pongal, which is also a Thanksgiving festival. Giving thanks to nature, to the universe. It is our own way of giving thanks in India. So the practice of gratitude and thanksgiving has been there from time immemorial, since human civilization was in existence. In every culture, every country, starting from Japan, ending till Hawaii, all across Southeast Asia, India, Sri Lanka, Middle East, Europe, Egypt, Africa, and the Americas, both North and South, they have all celebrated this festival in their own unique and fervent style. But the underlying fact is to give thanks to Mother Nature for all the abundance she bestows on us and the bounty we receive from this earth to sustain life, both our body and mind. This is a common practice, gratitude. Everywhere, every civilization has done it in the past, and we are doing it, and it will continue in the future. So just a small introduction about me before we go into the meditation. I was born in Chennai. I did my engineering in Chennai and moved to the United States for my master's. So we lived there for about 14 years and we moved back to India. And for my son's tennis, we moved to Germany. We lived there the last 6.5 years and I've come back to India, to Bangalore, once again in October. This country, Germany, holds a special place in my heart as it facilitated in my inner journey. It helped me understand myself and it steered me towards the path of spirituality. The long hours I spent amidst nature broadened my thinking, my horizon, and my awareness overall. I never knew much about meditation up until last year. Thanks to the Vipassana camp that I attended in Chennai last year, a friend of mine that I met there introduced me to the Beam team members, Madhu and Ram, who are also in Germany. And through them, I got connected to Master Srikantaraja sir. So that was a long story short. Hopefully it was not too long. So we will now move to the meditation part. And meditation is a very simple practice, yet it is also a difficult practice. To keep your thoughts or not think is not such an easy thing because the human being on an average gets about 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day. So this simple Buddhist meditation really touched my heart. The Ana-Pana-Sati. Ana, the in-breath, Pana, the out-breath, and
Sorry, there's some problem with your internet.
relax your body and all your body parts by
I can't hear you anything, madam. Hello, I can't.
on each part starting from the head. In today's discussion, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Sorry, there was a...
We will do the meditation if you want. If you have any problem, we'll do the meditation. After that, we can start speaking, you know.
Sure. There was a brief power cut here. I think I had mobile data, but still. So, yeah, we'll start the meditation. A simple meditation where we can. So, can we start the music and then we start to observe? Yeah, we start to observe our normal, natural breath, the in-breath, the out-breath. Let the thoughts come and go. Welcome back, friends. So please gently place your palms over your eyes and stay there for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please look into your palms and you can open your eyes now. So the topic of gratitude.
One second, Ranjini, I will introduce you.
Sure.
Let's introduce. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whenever meditation is done collectively together, in many countries, the energy that all of us receive from the cosmos expands into our homes, neighborhoods, towns, country, and the whole world, creating feelings of peace, harmony, and well-being worldwide. We would like to thank all the participants who took the time to meditate with us today. We would also like to thank PSSM Tamizh Europe, PMC TV, which is part of PSSM Global. May the whole world be blessed with peace, harmony, prosperity, and well-being. Valga Vayagam, Valga Vayagam. Our guest speaker today is Ranjani Krishnamurthy from Chennai, a software engineer by profession. Ranjani Master is very passionate about a lot of things: cooking, gardening, music, sports, and outdoor activities. She does volunteer work, especially for the poor people. Also, she has been to various parts of the world. Currently, she is living in Bangalore, India. Now, I invite Ranjani Krishnamurthy Master, to speak on the topic of gratitude. Thank you, Ranjani Master.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. So I decided to talk on gratitude, on the topic of gratitude today, because few days back, we just celebrated Pongal and Makara Sankranti in India, which is also a form of thanksgiving to the nature. So I thought this topic of gratitude is very fitting this week. So let me divide this session today into 3 sections. Reasons to be grateful. Why? Why should you be grateful? And what are the benefits of being grateful? And how can you practice being grateful? So these are the 3 main topics. So the first one, why should you be grateful? The reasons. Number 1, for life, for this breath that comes in and goes out. That itself is the primary and the only reason you are alive. Without the breath, you are nobody, you are nothing, and there is nothing to experience in this world. So the first thanks will be to our breath and for us to be alive. So life will be a celebration with this breath. Number 2, for our health. All of us enjoy certain amount of good health, some ailments, some niggle and pain, but on the whole, we are still healthy. So thank you for our health. Number 3, our job, which pays the bills. So whether you like it, you're passionate about it, whether you don't like to work, whatever may be the reason, the job is there for you to make a living. And we can say definitely we can all say thank you for that job, which keeps us going. Number 4, our family. Our family and our friends, they definitely contribute to our well-being, and for our own purpose in life, all of them are there to support us in all our activities. So we certainly can say thank you and be grateful to the family that we have around and to the friends who make us laugh, smile, and make us happy. The next is nature. Without nature, we are nothing. So we give our thanks to the nature, and it is one of the important reasons to give thanks. And our hobbies, my dear friends, our hobbies are our pastimes where we do things which are not really related to our job, but which make us happy and something to look forward. So hobbies are something, and that is one of the reasons we can be thankful for. And the last is technology. This is the only thing which is a non-material, it is a material thing out of the list that I read. But without these gadgets, without these modern things, for a session like this, it is not even possible in olden times. So for this wonderful technology, we can be thankful. So we saw the number of reasons we could be thankful for, and the list can keep on going if you make an attempt to look deeper. The next thing is the benefits of being grateful, the numerous benefits. The attitude of gratitude can make you appreciate life better. It promotes mindfulness. We become a lot happier. We become better in our own well-being, and it is a motivating factor for oneself. We discover the purpose of life. Each of these subtopics we can go in detail, but for lack of time, I'm just highlighting some of the benefits and moving to the next section. How do you practice being grateful? So you start with some habits. Why don't we make a journal? We can start recording all the things that we are grateful for. That'll be number one. And number two, we should always remember the challenges that we went through, the bad times that we had. Because when you look back at those, then you will see the path that you've crossed across. And that certainly is a factor for being grateful. Like you look at whatever you have crossed, and you will know that you have survived all that. And that is a big reason to say thanks to. The third one is a simple meditation technique called Naikan, where you ask yourself 3 questions. What have I received from this universe? What am I giving? What have I given back to the universe? And what troubles and difficulties have I caused to others? If you truthfully answer these things, you will also find a reason to practice the being grateful. 10 things you can be grateful for. You can also add this as number 3 point. And the fourth one is learn to say prayers of gratitude. So there is a Hawaiian method called Ho'opno, where they teach you 4 small things to keep repeating. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. Thank you is a part of their 4 things, because that also teaches you to make it a prayer form. The gratitude will become a prayer form. And number 5 is you could use visual reminders. The reason being the 2 obstacles of the human mind is forgetfulness and lack of mindful awareness. So when you put visual reminders, they are there to constantly remind you to be in the state of gratitude, to be grateful for what you have been given. So you make a vow to practice this. We all have heard about the 21-day challenge. So when you practice something, when you put it into action and execution, it becomes a habit. So you will by default start to become grateful. It won't be a chore or a reminder, but you'll always start living in a grateful state. Number 7, do not be picky. Start appreciating everything. And number 8, be grateful and have the gratitude even during challenging times. There is always something to be grateful for. And number 9 will be volunteer. Volunteer for a cause, not just to make you happy, but when you go and do things outside of your comfort zone, you might find how gifted you are. When you see less privileged people, you might actually learn a lesson or 2 from that experience. And number 10, express yourself. There is a research by a group called Soul Pancake, where they have conducted a study that when you say thank you to somebody or write a letter of thank you note to somebody who has helped you, their happiness grows by 4%. At the same time, when you pick up the phone and you say thank you to them, you call them and thank them, their happiness quotient goes by 19%. So these are all the factors why you should practice and be in a grateful state. So, my dear friends, my wisdom sharing here today will be: do not compare, do not complain, and contemplate less. What I mean by contemplate less is do not be an overthinker of any person or any situation, for each one has their own path to walk and their own journey to continue. The hurdles they have crossed and the burdens they carry, only they will know what they have done and how far they have come to become who they are today. So, judge less, talk less, and give more of your time, your help, your love, your smile, and money to people who may need it. So, these are the ways to be grateful and be happy, healthy, peaceful, and more importantly, be grateful and thankful and remain in the meditative state like Gautama the Buddha. So I will end the session here, hoping to answer questions. And if anybody wants to say something, please raise your hand now. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Now we'll ask Kumarasamy Pillai Master from Sydney to summarize your speech in Tamil, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
வணக்கம். இதுவரையும் ரஞ்சனி கிருஷ்ணமூர்த்தி அவர்கள் செய் நன்றி மறவாமை என்ற தலைப்பில் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு உரையாற்றினார். அதை தொகுத்து வழங்க இருக்கின்றேன். நான் இந்த தலைப்பை எடுத்ததே காரணம் என்றால், இப்பொழுது அண்மையில் தான் நாம் எல்லோரும் தைப்பொங்கலை கொண்டாடினோம். உங்களுக்கு எல்லோருக்கும் தெரியும், தைப்பொங்கல் வந்து நன்றி கடன் செலுத்தும் ஒரு விழா. அந்த விழாவை பற்றித்தான் சொல்கிறேன். இன்னத்துக்காக நாங்கள் நன்றி உடையவர்களாக இருக்க வேண்டும் என்றால், முதலாவது வந்து நாங்கள் உயிருடன் இருக்கின்றோம். உயிருடன் இருப்பதற்கு காரணம் எங்களுடைய மூச்சு. எங்களுடைய மூச்சு நின்று விட்டால் எங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கையை நின்றுவிடும். அதனால் நாங்கள் முதலாவது வந்து வாழ்க்கைக்கு நம்மளுக்கு நம்பி நன்றி சொல்ல வேண்டும். மற்றது வந்து உங்களுடைய உடல் நலம் நல்ல ஆரோக்கியமாக இருப்பதற்கு நாம் இப்பொழுது நன்றி சொல்ல வேண்டும். நாங்கள் இப்பொழுது தொழிலோ செய்கின்றோம், இந்த தொழிலுக்கு நன்றி சொல்ல வேண்டும். எங்களுடைய உறவினர்களுக்கு நண்பர்களுக்கு நாங்கள் நன்றி சொல்ல வேண்டும். அவர்கள் எங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கையிலே பல பங்களிப்புகளை நன்மையையும் செய்திருக்கின்றார்கள். அடுத்ததாக இயற்கைக்கு நாம் எப்பொழுதும் நன்றி சொல்ல வேண்டும். என்றால் இயற்கை தான் எங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கையை வளம்பெறுகின்றது. மற்றது வந்து நாங்கள் எல்லோரும் பொழுதுபோக்கு வச்சுக்கின்றோம். அந்த பொழுதுபோக்குகளை வந்து உற்சாகம் உள்ளவர்களாக எப்பொழுதும் உற்சாகத்தோடு இருப்பதற்கும் உதவி செய்கின்றது. அடுத்ததாக வந்து ஏழாவது வந்து டெக்னாலஜி. இப்போ நாங்கள் தொழில்நுட்பம் முன்னேறியவனாத்தான் எடுத்துக்காட்டாக இப்பொழுது நாங்கள் எல்லோரும் இங்கே இணையம் மூலம் ஒன்றிணைந்து பங்கு பெற்றுகின்றோம். அதுக்கு நாங்கள் நன்றி உள்ளவராக இருக்க வேண்டும். அடுத்தது வந்து எப்பொழுதும் என்ன நன்மை, இதால் என்ன நன்மை வந்திருக்கின்றால் ஏராளமான நன்மைகள் இருக்கின்றன. ஒரு சிலவற்றை பகிர்ந்து கொள்கின்றோம். முதலாவது வந்து எப்பொழுதும் ஒரு நன்றி உணர்வுள்ள ஒரு மனப்பான்மையை நாங்கள் வளர்த்துக் கொள்ள வேண்டும். மற்றது விழிப்புணர்வுடன் எப்பொழுதும் இருக்க வேண்டும். உற்சாகமூட்டும் உத்வேக சாத்தியோடு இருக்க வேண்டும். வாழ்க்கையிலே ஒரு குறிக்கோடு நாங்கள் வாழ வேண்டும். இவற்றை நான் எவ்வாறு நாங்கள் அடையலாம், எவ்வாறு செயற்படுத்தலாம் என்றால், முதலாவது நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரு புத்தகத்திலே எப்பொழுதும் உங்களுடைய அன்றாட நிகழ்வுகளை, எந்த நல்ல நிகழ்வு நடந்ததோ அவற்றை எழுதும் பழக்கத்தை உண்டாக்க வேண்டும். மற்றது உங்கள் வாழ்க்கையிலே கடந்து வந்த பாதையிலே எத்தனையோ சவால்களை நீங்கள் சந்தித்திருப்பீர்கள். அவர்களை நீங்கள் எவ்வாறு வென்று வந்தீர்கள் என்று யோசிக்கும் பொழுது உங்களுக்கு நிச்சயமே ஒரு நன்றி உணர்வு வரும். மற்றது தியானம் செய்ய வேண்டும். தியானம் மூலம் என்ன நாங்கள் அடைந்தோம் என்ற கேள்வி எப்பொழுதும் உங்கள் உள்ளத்திலே வந்து கொண்டிருக்கும். மற்றது வந்து இப்ப நாங்கள் தியானத்துக்கு நாங்கள் என்ன கொடுக்கிறோம், என்ன அடைந்தோம் மட்டுமில்லை, என்ன கொடுக்கிறோம் என்று பார்க்க வேண்டும். இதனால் மற்றவர்கள் எப்படி பயனடைந்தார்கள் என்று இப்படியான கேள்விகளை நீங்கள் பார்த்த பொழுது நீங்கள் நிச்சயமாக உங்களுக்கு ஒரு புத்துணர்வு ஏற்படும். அடுத்ததாக நாங்கள் நன்றி உணர்வுக்கு இப்போ அண்மையிலே அருமையும் செய்த கோப்போனோ தியானம் ஒன்று இருக்கின்றது. அதில் வந்து 4 வழி இருக்கின்றது. முதலாவது விஷயம் என்ன சொல்றேன், ஆங்கிலத்தில் சொல்றேன், ஐ ஆம் சாரி, நான் பிழை செய்து விட்டேன், செய்து விட்டேன் என்றதை ஏற்றுக்கொள்வது. அடுத்தது ப்ளீஸ் forgive me, என்னை மன்னித்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். மூன்றாவது நன்றி, ப்ளீஸ் லவ் மீ, ஐ லவ் யூ சோ மச். இதுல இருந்து 4 வழியில என்னென்றால் நாங்கள் எங்களுடைய நன்றி உணர்வை வெளிப்படுத்துவதன் மூலம் நாங்கள் எங்களுடைய உடல் நலத்தை மேம்பட்டுக் கொண்டிருக்கோம். அடுத்தது வந்து எப்பொழுது நாங்கள் எங்களுடைய எழுதும் பழக்கத்திலே வச்சிருக்க வேண்டும். என்ன நாங்கள் எங்களுக்கு மறதி கூடு ஆகையினாலே சிலையில் இதுவரை குறித்து வச்சிருக்க வேண்டும். மற்றது எப்பொழுதும் உங்களிடம் என்ன இருக்கின்றதோ அதுக்கு உங்கள் நன்றி உணர்வுடன் நன்றி கடன் செய்யுங்கள். இதை நீங்கள் தொடர்ந்து 21 நாளைக்கு செயல்படுத்தினால் அது ஒரு பழக்கமாக வந்துவிடும். எதை பார்த்தாலும் அதில் நன்மையை பார்த்து ரசிக்க கற்றுக்கொள்ளுங்கள். என்றால் அதில் வந்து எதிர்மறையான சிந்தனைகள் இல்லாமல் நல்லபடி நீங்கள் அதை நேசிக்க கற்றுக்கொள்ள வேண்டும். மற்றது எப்பொழுதும் சவால்கள் வருகிற பொழுது அப்பொழுது நீங்கள் நன்றி உள்ளவர்களாக இருக்க வேண்டும். மனம் சோர்ந்து போகாமல் நன்றி உள்ளவர்களாக இருக்க வேண்டும். மற்றது ஏழை எளியவர்களுக்கு நீங்கள் உதவி செய்ய வேண்டும். அவர்களுக்கு உதவி செய்யும் பொழுது உங்களுடைய நன்றி உணர்வு கூட வேண்டும். மற்றது உங்களுடைய உள்ளங்களை வெளிப்படுத்தி சொல்லுங்கள். இப்பொழுது உள்ளொன்று வைத்து புறமொன்று பேசாமல் நன்றி உணர்வை மற்றவுடன் பாய்ந்து பொழுது நல்லதாக இருக்கும். மற்றது எப்பொழுதும் குறை காணாதீர்கள். அது சரியில்லை இது சரியில்லை என்று தேவையில்லாமல் ஒரு குற்றத்தை காணப்படுகிறார்கள். மற்றது என்ன கூடின சிந்தனையை குறைத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். தேவையில்லாத சிந்தனையால் தான் பிரச்சனைகள் வாருது. இப்ப இந்த ஆங்கிலத்தை சொல்றால் do not complain, மற்றது do not contemplate. இது முக்கியமாக இது 3 பார்த்துக்கொள்ள வேண்டும். மற்றது மற்றவர்களை பார்த்து நீங்கள் மதிக்காதீர்கள். இவர் இப்படிப்பட்டவர், அவரை பற்றி குறைவாகவோ கூடவோ இருக்க வேண்டாம். எண்ணங்களை குறையுங்கள். எப்பொழுதும் மகிழ்ச்சியாக இருக்க பாருங்கள். என்ன இருக்கின்றதோ அதற்கு நன்றி உள்ளவர்களாக எப்பொழுதும் வாழ கற்றுக்கொள்ளுங்கள். சுருங்க கூறினால் நன்றி உணவு செய்தால முதலியே சொன்ன போல உடலுக்கு பல விதமான நன்மைகள் ஏற்படுகின்றன. என்றால் நல்ல ஆரோக்கியத்துக்கு நல்ல இது முக்கியமான தேவை என்று சொல்றது. அடுத்தது வந்து இயற்கையை நாங்கள் எப்பொழுதும் நேசிக்க வேண்டும். இந்த இயற்கையை வணங்கினால் என்ன நல்லாக வரும் என்று சொல்லி இந்த வாய்ப்புக்கு நன்றி கூறி விடைபெறுகின்றேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you very much, Kumarasamy Pillai Master, for your very clear explanation about Master Ranjini's gratitude speech. Thank you very much. And now I would like to thank Ranjini Master for your wonderful speech regarding gratitude. You said we have to make a vow and practice every single day about gratitude. So we have to make a practice, and every day we have to bring to our day-to-day life, thanking everybody, thanking everything that we are gaining. And that is, for that, we need to practice meditation as well. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes,
Master,
madam, you can speak, yeah.
I just have one simple exercise for the audience.
Yeah.
So for them to try today as well as in the future. So
Okay.
Each stage of our lives, there must be someone, somebody, something, some experience which has been so beautiful or so challenging. So let us be grateful to this universe for giving us those experiences and people which have guided us, guarded us, and shaped us into who we are. So let us take 2 minutes today to think of all the people who are in our lives from birth till age 5, starting from our parents, grandparents, family, both immediate family and extended, support staff like maids, nanny, drivers, doctors, nurses, our primary school, our staff there, the teachers there, the friends, the playmates, the neighbors when we were growing up. We'll take an effort to mention all of them and say a word of thank you. And a similar exercise for tomorrow and future, based on your life, age, everything. You can break your life into segments, small segments, and each day, beginning or end of the day, you can say thank you to all the people, things, and experiences that have been part of your journey during that time period. So when you silence your mind and start to think hard about the numerous people who have been there, you will definitely realize the list will be so long that you will actually need a notebook to start writing each one of them. So this is a simple but a sure step for you to start appreciating all the things in your life and all the people in your life, whether it is good experience or bad experience, who have contributed towards that. You can start practicing this simple exercise from today and onwards as a gratitude journal for your own life, changing your own path and transforming your negative thoughts into positive thoughts. Thank you so much again for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now you can speak up.
Yeah, thank you, madam. But you said we should write each and everybody, and should we start every day saying all their names, and then it will take more time to, before the meditation, it takes time to saying everybody's name, each and everybody's name.
No, I'm not saying during meditation. I'm saying when you have time after meditation, even when you're walking or something, if you can just think of a certain time period in your life, like say age 15 to 18 or your college time, if you start thinking in your mind, you will start to realize how many people have contributed to your well-being during that time. So you can even break it into 1 year if 4 years is too long. So that is when you will start to appreciate each and everybody, each and every experience. So this is not to be combined with meditation session, but this is something to practice as a gratitude journal before you go to bed or after your meditation session. So you will understand that we are all connected beings and we are not here just by ourselves, and our own achievements or our own wealth, our own degrees, all these things are nothing. They are not individual. Everything is attained through a collective effort, and we are all one in this journey together. These things you will start to realize only when you put some name to the faces that you have been part of your life. So that is the reason I just gave this exercise.
I think it's a good exercise because then while we are walking or eating or whatever it is, so we won't be thinking any negative thoughts or anything. So
exactly,
we'll be thanking everybody, whoever we know. So,
and by default, you will start to use the thank you words in your mind without you realizing. It will be part of your life. After a month or 21 days, there will be more thank yous in your mind than any negative thoughts or disastrous thoughts. Like GK sir just said, you will avoid at least these two type of thinking. So in that aspect, just as you go, the list will grow long initially, but then you will have to think harder and deeper to see who else has contributed, what other experience made me strong or allowed me to grow. So these are things you have to dig deeper. After a point, you would have said thanks to all the people that you can think of, but you will have to really do some more work and dig your memory, and you will find more people adding to that list, more experiences to your notebook. And you can start saying thank you. Thank you is the magical word. Gratitude and thank you are the magical words. So that is my humble suggestion to the group. And since it is beginning of the year, I think you will put it into practice. And by the end of the year, I would love to hear how this has transformed your lives. And maybe I will have a session in December to see if the audience have practiced it and whether it was fruitful to them. So these are the learnings. It has helped me personally by doing the Ho'oponopono prayer in many situations. So I would really love to do a session in December and come back and see how it has helped the listeners here today. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Definitely we will call you again. So we will start practicing that because we don't do that practice. So we will start doing that practice hereafter. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next is Maran Nandan Sidambaram from Sydney, Australia. Thank you.
Good evening to everyone. A very interesting talk by Master Ranjani, and the gratitude, the word gratitude in Tamil, in Tirukural, there is one Tirukural Adhigaram, which is says, "Sei nandri aridal." And Thiruvalluvar has mentioned that Nandri Marapadu Nandrandru, Nandralladu Andre Marapadu Nandru. So we can summarize your talk into that particular kural. So it encompasses everything, that we should not forget who has been helpful. And more so, he mentions that those who are helpful without any expectation. He compares them to someone who has, even though the help rendered to us is small in size, but the value is much more bigger than the whole world. So it's very interesting talk. And you also mentioned about this Hawaii method. So something very new. I'll do more research or more search on this one. What is the Hawaii method? You mentioned that to practice sorry. Thank you.
It is called the Ho'opono method. I will share it to Srikant Raja Master and he can share it in the group. It is a very, very unique method which has shown results even to prisoners who were mentally not stable. There was a prison in the 1980s or 70s in Hawaii where it was for the mentally challenged people. And by this prayer, they were able to transform the lives of those prisoners within a year or two. And they didn't have to chant. There was a person outside, the psychologist, psychiatrist who was working on the cases. He would just touch their files and he would do these 4 prayers on them. He would not even know the face of the prisoner. So this has proved very valuable lesson. So you generally tend to do it to the universe or to any person that you may have a challenge or to a person who has helped you. You just have to repeat these 4 words like a mantra. So that also has a very, very significant result in many people. So I will share that video to Sir and he can forward it to the group.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this thought-provoking speech. Very good. We really
Thank you,
enjoyed
sir,
that.
for
Thank
your
you.
Tirukkural, summarizing the Tirukkural. It was really nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your feedback.
Thank you, Maran Master. Thank you. And now, next is Nandini Jagadishwaran from Sydney, Australia.
Yeah, gratitude to Kumarasamy Pillai Master for the translation, and gratitude to Ranjini Master. Wonderful speech, very good technique. I'm going to follow that from today. Thank you for all the people who give hard time and good time for me. That way I can console my world here. And it's really good technique. And Ho'opono, that one also I do that. I practice, and sometimes I think, why should I say sorry? I didn't do anything, but still I do. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. Whether they do the bad thing for me, when I do that, I feel really change things to me. Thanks to both technique, Anjali Master. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nandini. They say that in English, fake it till you make it. So even if you do not really feel like saying sorry in the beginning, as long as you're saying at one time, it will become real from your heart. So it is okay to not analyze the situation and say why you are sorry or not needed, are very natural feelings for a human being. But there is some proven result with all this. It only diffuses the situation from the other end, which makes the energy transactions very easy. So you're no more in a knot, but you are in a loop. The knot is the one which causes the blockage. In a loop, there is no blockage. So this, in the very least, facilitates that process. So
thank you. Yeah, that's I'm going to do more now. Thank you very much for this good techniques.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ranjini Master. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, Dr. Narasar Jagannathan from Ilford, England. Thank you very much, Raja Master.
Greetings to everyone. First of all, thank you for Ranjani Master to give us a talk on gratitude. I was touched by the phrase she mentioned about don't compare and don't complain. The interesting thing is, we complain because we compare. If something happens, we compare, oh, why did it happen this way? Why not the other way, opposite way? That is where we make a mistake, isn't it? Instead of that, we should say, what can I do about it?
Exactly.
The first way of thinking is, why did it not happen? The other way is negative, you can say. So what can I do about it is positive. But there again, what can I do about it? You can think positively as well as negatively. But again, the key point is, we will never know for certain, 100%, the outcome, isn't it? So we can often say we must think positively and negatively, but we don't know the outcome. So that's another catchphrase there. So I always say, think realistically. In other words, if something happens, think, why did it go wrong? That is called realization, isn't it? That's realization means knowing the reality. We have been again using this phrase, when the student is ready, the teacher arrives. Don't look for the teacher outside. When you say student is ready, means you have realized what you have gone wrong. That is, you are ready. That means the teacher is there within you. So that's the point here, isn't it? Second thing is, we all would be gratitude. We'll be very full of gratitude if we didn't have challenge-free life. That's again an unreality. Can we expect a challenge-free life? No. So I was thinking, well, we can be very systematic, isn't it? Do everything system. Then I thought, oh yeah, systematic is like being addicted to system, isn't it? There's a song called System Addict. I never thought about it until this morning. We say we can do everything systematically, but it'll get bored. There you are. I often say boredom is the worst enemy in life. That's the enemy within, in a way. So it's again an unrealistic thing. We can be very systematic, but then you get bored very soon. So we have to face challenges, and that is the key word again. So as you said, never compare and never complain. So I thought it was a very good take-home lesson you have given us, and I hope I made it more clearly about about the positive and negative, as well as being realistic. Anyway, thank you very much for your wonderful talk.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for listening to this speech, this intent that you could make points and ask. So coming to your question on challenges, challenges are also there to teach us something valuable. So there is Eckhart Tolle, the famous author of the book Power of Now. He clearly tells not to view any experience, label it as good or bad. So if the mind is slowly understanding that a very pleasant experience and a challenging experience, not to put in different buckets and to just look at it as experience, and we are there to accept that experience as it is, there won't be the question of challenge eventually. We will learn to take both in its stride. Positive and negative will be the same at some point. So you can be thankful even for that. Even for the so-called challenging experiences, they are there, they are presenting itself to teach something for you. You needed that learning at that stage. So that is how we evolve spiritually. So it is better we learn to take both pleasant and unpleasant experiences as just experience without labeling them. That is my understanding from that book, Power of Now.
Quite right. I often say, sometimes when people upset you, you do a bit annoyed, but I am, at the end of the day, I feel, oh yeah, it's grateful. That person has made me to learn something, out of that experience. So I don't sort of hate people who have upset me, but I take it as a learning curve. So that's where I think we should, reshape our thinking. Anyway, thank you very much again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Narasa. Thank you very much. Next is Yogi Nagendran from Reading, England. Thank you.
Good morning to you all. Good morning, and thank you, Ms. Krishna Ranjani Krishnamurthy. It's a wonderful, wonderful talk you have spoken about gratitude. From childhood, sorry, I turned the video off. From childhood onwards, when I read Mahatma Gandhi, And I got this, I know I'm not 100% perfect, but I got this habit since then in order to write a small diary before I go to bed. It's just to say what went on that day, or what I have achieved and what I didn't achieve, and all those things. I think about it whenever I can. I write it. And thing is, in the mornings, I do everybody's my well-being as well as everybody's well-being. You do the prayers and then you do that and think of others, and with nature. And without nature, it's nothing in this world. We won't be here either. So you've got to be gratitude to everything in our life. Say thank you. And a few minutes ago, somebody was saying people may annoy. And the challenges, we should embrace the challenges within ourselves. Without the challenges, our life won't go on. We won't meet our life. We won't learn. So I think the challenges is given to you in order to learn. So the acceptance comes first. Okay, accept whatever is in front of you. Then you think, why that happened? Did I say something not right? Or did I say something which is not appropriate for that person? Or it's not anywhere. So from that you can learn. You never stop learning. You learn and learn and learn. You turn inwards and you correct yourself and say thank you for that situation. And you move on. And that is, you embrace yourself in order to. So you say thank you. So the gratitude is there in every single steps we take in our life. So it never ends. It's every day. It's a situation changes. It's varied, but you embrace it. And you say thank you to it. That's the way we should lead. I mean, this is not only I learned from Mahatma Gandhi and I learned from Sai Baba, all their prayers and all those things. It says you should face the situation. It's not your fault. It's not another. No, the 5 fingers are not same. But without that 5 fingers, you can't do anything. So you need the difference in those 5 fingers in order to do the certain activity. Therefore, everything in this world, we have differences in order to function. As he said a few minutes ago, to accept all the wrongs and the rights. Otherwise, it won't. The dark and the light, and so on. That's the nature. So it is amazing talk you have given. Please do come again and enlighten in our day-to-day life. Thank you so much, Ranjini, Mrs. Ranjini Krishnamurthy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say in Tamil, ஒளியோட மகிமை வந்து இருள்ல அகன்றதான் ஒளி என்னன்னு தெரியும். The same thing for challenge actually. இருள் ஒளியோட same topic for challenge and pleasant experiences. If there is no challenge, the human mind can never ever appreciate the beautiful things that are given to you. You will take it for granted. Only when there is a challenge presented, you will know how much you will appreciate the beautiful things also that come along in your life. So you need to have contradictions in your life and you need to accept both of them gracefully. That is my 2 cents. Thank you. Thank you for your experience.
Thank you, Ma'am. Yeah, and also well-being, people's, just their well-being, and pray for them as well. Not only yours and your family and your society and what's happening in the world and everything. We had to pray for everybody too. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for summarizing it very well. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Next is Kumarasamy Pillai Master from Sydney, Australia.
Firstly, I would like to thank you for your inspiring and very innovative talk, because we are all looking for opportunities to move forward. In that you mentioned about Ho'oponopono, that actually I have read the book Zero Limit. It was written by the author, Dr. Joe Vitale and Dr. Hivo, both together wrote the book.
He talks about it a lot in that book. He talks at zero and zero limits, both of them.
Yes, Zero Limit gives in detail. I am mentioning because if anyone is interested in knowing more, They can read the book Zero Limit, that gives everything. Nowadays, people are practicing it and very popular because we try to rectify our error. The purpose is to correct the error. That's why we can repeat the 4 mantras, actually mean sentences. So I think everyone should practice that. And finally, I would like to thank you for the very enlightening talk. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful translation. I didn't know how you did it so fast as I was talking. You had line to line translated so beautifully. Thanks a lot for your time and effort on this. Thank you.
He's the official translator for the Australian government.
I could see that. I could see the speed, the lightning speed in which he was doing. So it was really, really nice. Thank you.
Thank you now, Dr. Sada Meno. Thank you very much.
Greetings for all. Thanks so much, Ranjani Master, for your motivating speech and all the other participants explaining everything. I don't want to repeat it. I was about to ask about, but you have already answered most of it. Jagannath Master was asking as well the pleasure of bad and the good things and experiences and how we have to deal with it. When you are young, actually, you don't understand that much, and that is painful during that experience you are going through. But when you grow up, when you get into spirituality, of course, then it makes more sense and we are able to practice what you are saying. But at that time, it's not that easy because you don't understand what is going around. People say things and hurt you and all sorts of things, society, attitude of other people. You don't understand anything. But when you grow up, gradually, you learn a lot. But the journal you are talking about is perfectly rightly. You said everything, it's worth doing it regularly. And I have recently my own experience. We always discuss various topics in this forum as well. We participate in different, thanking people for all sorts of things. We discuss as well. So in that I shared as well. And our thoughts travel so far. A person you wanted to, they hurt you, but you are now forgiving them. You give the forgiveness and thank them for your own experience you are gaining as a result of that. And that really works even though you are not meeting them, but it's so powerful.
Yes.
So your pain, my pain during that incident, my pain is much, much less. I have forgotten almost, and I'm willing to be as if nothing happened before. So this spiritual path is helping us in many, many ways to improve our future as well,
So,
our life, and be happy and healthy living. That's what I wanted to share. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sada. Thank you so much for your valuable inputs. Yes, as you said, when you're young, when the body is young, the blood is hot. So you don't understand so many things that you understand at a little older age. So you are more wiser, you are more mature to understand all these lessons. And forgiveness is not for the other person. It is mainly for your own well-being. The more you are holding on to negative things and feeling that hurt, your body is the one which will feel at dis-ease. You are the one who will suffer more than the other person. So at least to protect your own wellness, it is better to forgive. You may not be able to forget immediately, but forgiving is the best thing that you could do to yourself. That is the biggest gift for yourself, not for the other person. And I have experienced this when times have been very challenging and testing for me. I learned this prayer and I used to do it in nature during my walks. And I have seen amazing results, like a snow melt of a problem which was like a mountain size. So I don't want to go deeper into the problem, but something which was like not possible to solve with any amount of effort, it just melted like snow in no time, just with the forgiveness prayer. So I'm a first-hand person who has experienced this, the importance of this prayer and how it works. But above all, the main thing is to have trust and faith in whatever you do. If you are doing just because somebody said without any faith, it will not work for sure. You have to believe it, you have to surrender, and you have to think, yes, this is the means, this will work. Absolutely, it will work. There is no doubt about it. And these are all from my own first-hand experience that I'm saying. I'm not making it up. So thank you again, Dr. Sada. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Sada Master, anything in the chat box, please?
Very nice music, Sri Kandaraja Master, that's all.
Before that, Maran Master raised his hand.
Yeah, Maran
No,
Master.
that's the music. Okay.
Yeah. Can I add in? Just
Yeah.
Very interesting when Ras Master was mentioning about this comparison. In our culture, especially the Sri Lankan and Tamil's culture from subcontinent, we always tend to compare. We were brought up in such a way. Our parents or be it a teacher, they will also say, they used to tend, that tendency of comparing each other. We were brought up in such a way. So that is why in the Western world, I noticed that the universities, in our culture, they always want our children to be either doctor or engineer, accountant, as a barrister, lawyer, and all these sort of tendencies is always there. So when I was speaking to the academics in the Western world, they devise a method that the student, when they apply, sometimes they're being forced by their parents to apply a professional course, whereas the student doesn't want to do a medicine. But so he will do that. He will, just to satisfy their parents, he will do medicine, and then eventually they will divert into a course as a postgraduate, let's say something interested on literature or something. So this type of comparison, we were brought up that it's not easy to break. So I just want to touch on that, and then I just want to share the thoughts on that.
Yes,
and
sir.
Lastly, sorry.
I can answer. See, in our times, that comparison was a gentle push. It was just to boost the child, but over the years, that has become torturous for the child. What was with our parents as a gentle push to excel and to increase your own potential, it turned into something very ugly after 20 years.
Exactly. Yes.
So this
exactly.
is leading to more depression among students, suicidal thoughts. Many things have changed in the last 20 years because of the parents' ego, because of the society's pressure. The way, especially this is only applicable in the continental peninsula, India and Sri Lanka and some of Southeast Asia and Asia. I don't think it applies to the West at all. I was in Germany, I was in the US. They totally go by what the child's interest is. It is only, even in the US, the Chinese and the Indian parents are the ones pushing their children for all classes, all top SAT scores, SAT coaching, things like that. So it will change when the things are really hitting rock bottom. That also will change, but it will take another 10, 20 years for parents to understand that it is not the same as what our parents did to us. That was a gentle thing, but this is more hazardous to the children's mind, what is happening right now. So when I say compare, I'm only addressing these things. You don't have to be like your neighbor. You don't have to be like your co-worker. You don't have to be like your peer. If they are getting a car, let them get. If they are getting a house, let them get. You do what is best for you and what makes you happy. And there are situations where even if you are content, your spouse may not be the same. So the other person is driving you nuts. So that also is a possibility that you could be content, but you are forced to jump into the comparison wagon and keep pushing forward. But that has to stop. That has to stop, because there is no point comparing somebody else. It is all coming to the loss of karma. What you are born with, you will experience it. Even when the other sir from London was talking about this, challenging this topic, I forgot his name, Dr. Yogi, or no, the person before that. So the only thing I can say is it is happening exactly how it is supposed to happen. It is not challenging. It is what it is written. That is what is happening. So as long as we accept it without resistance, I think everything is fine. The more you resist, the more challenging the situation becomes. So there is nothing challenging or nothing pleasant. It is how it is meant to be. I will share another video by Ishwar Puri on 4 spiritual laws, exactly explaining the same thing. So these 2 videos, I will share it with Shrikant Raja sir, and he can forward it to the group. They are all very good eye openers on how you can rectify yourself and not be bothered about the next person or the other person. So that is my
thank you.
wisdom sharing.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
My answer.
Yeah,
can
thank
I clear?
you. Yeah, Major Narayanan, you can speak. Thank you.
Ranjini madam, excellent presentation on forgiveness. Totally, I'm with you.
Thank you, sir. I heard your speech 2 weeks back. That was also awesome.
Oh,
Thank you
good.
so much.
because forgiveness never changes the past, but it always enlarges our future and also the present.
Thank you. Yes,
there is no
absolutely.
love without forgiveness, and at the same time, there is no forgiveness without love. And you are able to very hard-hitting facts you said. I'm reminded of the famous saying by Jonathan Huey, who used to say, forgive others, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace.
Absolutely. Absolutely true.
It is the best form of love in any relationship. It is forgiveness. It takes a strong person to say they are sorry.
Yes.
And an even more stronger person to forgive you. And this I find one of the most strongest of relationship. One of the greatest gifts a person can always give ourselves. That is the greatest gift that we can give ourselves. So many people keep hurting you. And if you start giving them tit for tat, an eye for eye makes the whole world blind. So if you start repaying them in the same coin that we've been taught, then there'll be no end to it. Somewhere you'll have to draw a line. And the best line that the person can draw is the line of forgiveness. I especially like anecdotes, the personal anecdote that you said. Truly fantastic. And I wish you all the very best. As Srikanta Raja Master would say, we would like to have you more often in this forum. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to get your wonderful feedback. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Now, the time is 12:20. So we'll have to.
Thank you very much, Ranjini Master. We don't need to wait until December to give you the feedback. You better come before that as well and give us a talk in a different subject, madam.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
So we can benefit from your speech. So we need you before that. After the practicing also, we can give our feedback to you. But before that also, you can come back again. We will give you a date. So Mr. Srikanta Raja will give you a date. So in the subject is, you can speak to us. Thank you.
Sure. In today's world, we have enough hospitals and doctors to address the physical part of the body. But there are very few places where the mental part is addressed. And these groups, these forums are ones where you can get self-help and self-love tips, where you can fix yourself. You don't need to fix the world. You don't need to fix the society, the community. Just fix your thoughts, fix yourself internally, and you will be spreading that joy and that peace and that inner happiness just by doing meditation and fixing your thoughts with simple tips given by all these wonderful masters. So these are self-help groups, I would call, to address the mind, the body, mind, and soul together. All three combined makes us who we are. So we are still trying to figure out the soul, but the mind part, we can definitely use these tips to get it always in a cheerful state. So with this, I conclude the session. If there is anybody else wanting to say something, please go ahead.
Dr. Naraja Jagannathan is here. Okay.
Yeah.
Just to thank Major Narayan, that was a great quote. Forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for us. We often say, how can I forgive him? He has done this to me. That's the reason we must forgive them, isn't it? So thank you for that quote, Major Narayan. Thank you.
Thank you. Sada Master Nand.
Anyway, there are a few messages in the chat box I want to read.
You can read it if you want.
And Aruna Master is asking, Ranjini ma'am, please share your number. Siva Master, Ranjini Master, thank you so much for your excellent speech. Parimala Nagendran Master, very interesting speech. Thank you so much, Master Ranjini. Tangrani Master, excellent speech, madam. Thank you so much. That's.
And Yogi Master raised again.
Just one statement I like to say: see yourself in everybody, so there won't be any anger, there won't be anything. There will be a massive love in everybody. That's all. See yourself.
Very true. Lovely
you.
Concluding statement. Very true. Absolutely true. Thank you so much. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, Srikanta Raja sir, and thank you for all the members staying up this late in Australia and listening. And have a nice restful sleep. and we will see ourselves in another session sometime soon.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone, those who have participated in our session. And we will conclude our session today, and we will see you tonight, UK time, 8:30 p.m. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ranjini Master, again. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.